If your cat sleeps in your bed, they're trying to tell you this. And here's something that's going to blow your mind. When your cat chooses to sleep in your bed tonight, they're not just looking for a comfortable spot. They're making a deliberate choice that reveals exactly how they feel about you. In fact, scientists have discovered that the specific location where your cat sleeps on your bed, whether it's at your feet, on your pillow, or right next to your face, sends a completely different message. And one of these positions? It means your cat trusts you with their life. If you enjoy fascinating insights like this and want to see more, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. The hidden language your cat speaks while you sleep. Picture this. It's 2 a.m. You're sound asleep, and there it is, that familiar weight settling onto your bed. Your cat has arrived, claiming their spot. But here's what most people don't realize. That moment, it's not random. It's not just about finding somewhere soft. Your cat just made a conscious decision, and what they're telling you through that choice is absolutely extraordinary. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why your cat doesn't sleep in that expensive cat bed you bought? You know, the one that's gathering dust in the corner. Or why they ignore every other comfortable spot in your house to squeeze into your bed, even when there's barely enough room? Drop a comment below and tell me where your cat sleeps. Do they curl up at your feet, sleep on your pillow, or maybe they sprawl right across your chest? I read every single comment, and I genuinely want to know your cat's sleeping style. Here's the fascinating truth. Researchers studying feline behavior have found that a staggering 62% of cats prefer to sleep with their human companions. That's not a coincidence. That's a deliberate pattern. But the real question is, why? To understand this, we need to think like a cat for a moment. In the wild, cats are both predators and prey. Let that sink in. Your fluffy companion, despite being a skilled hunter, is also vulnerable to larger predators. This dual nature shapes absolutely everything about how they behave, especially when it comes to sleep. Because sleeping, that's when any animal is at their most defenseless. Their guard is down. Their reflexes are slower. They're exposed. So when your cat chooses to sleep in your bed with you right there, they're making a profound statement. They're essentially saying, I feel safe here. And in the language of cats, feeling safe enough to sleep is the ultimate compliment. But it goes so much deeper than just safety. Scientists have identified 4 fundamental reasons why cats choose to sleep with their owners, and when you understand these 4 pillars, you'll never look at your sleeping cat the same way again. First, protection and security. Think about it like this. When a small child has a nightmare, what do? They run to their parents' bed. Your cat is doing something remarkably similar. You represent an extra layer of defense during the night. Your presence, your size, your awareness, all of this creates a protective bubble that your cat finds irresistible. Studies show that cats deliberately select sleeping locations where they feel completely secure, and apparently that location is you. Second, warmth and physical comfort. Here's something wild. Your cat's body temperature naturally runs at about 102 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 3 to 4 degrees hotter than yours. This means cats are constantly seeking out heat sources to maintain their body temperature, especially during sleep. And guess what? You're basically a perfect, self-regulating heating pad. Your body radiates warmth, your bed is soft, and together, this combination is absolutely irresistible to a heat-loving feline. Research has confirmed that cats naturally gravitate toward warm environments, and your sleeping body provides exactly what they're looking for. Third, territory and marking. Now this one might surprise you. You know when your cat rubs their head against you, or when they walk across your bed kneading with their paws? They're not just being cute, they're marking their territory. Cats have scent glands in their head and feet that release pheromones, essentially claiming that space as theirs. So, here's the funny truth. When your cat sleeps in your bed, they're not thinking, "This is my human's bed." They're thinking, "This is my bed, and my human gets to share it with me." You're actually sleeping in your cat's bed, not the other way around. Fourth, emotional bonding and love. And here's where it gets really beautiful. There's a groundbreaking study by neuroscientist Paul Zak that revealed something incredible. When cats interact with their owners, they produce oxytocin, the same hormone associated with bonding and affection in humans. It's literally called the love hormone. This hormone surges between mothers and babies, between romantic partners, and yes, between you and your cat. When your cat chooses to sleep with you, they're actively choosing companionship. They're choosing connection. This completely shatters the myth that cats are aloof or indifferent. They're not distant, they just show love differently. So your cat sleeping in your bed isn't about convenience. It's about trust, warmth, territory, and genuine affection. It's about feeling safe enough to be vulnerable. It's about choosing you out of all the places in the house they could possibly sleep. But here's what most people don't know, and this is where it gets really interesting. It's not just about whether your cat sleeps in your bed. It's about where exactly on the bed they choose to sleep. At your feet? Near your head? Sprawled across your stomach? Each position tells a completely different story. Each location reveals something specific about how your cat sees you and your relationship. And one of those positions, it represents the absolute maximum level of trust a cat can possibly show. That position is so significant, so vulnerable, that it goes against every survival instinct your cat has, decoding the 5 secret positions your cat uses to communicate. So we've established that your cat, sleeping in your bed, is a big deal. But now comes the part that's going to completely change how you see your furry friend. Because every single night, your cat is having a conversation with you, a silent conversation. And the words? They're written in the exact position they choose on your bed. Tonight, when you go to sleep, your cat will make a choice. And that choice isn't random. It's deliberate, calculated, and it means something very specific. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to decode 5 of the most common sleeping positions, and I guarantee at least one of these is going to sound exactly like your cat. When you recognize yours, drop a comment and let me know which position your cat prefers. Let's start with probably the most common position you'll see. Position 1. At your feet. If your cat consistently sleeps at the foot of your bed, here's what they're telling you. I love you, but I also love my independence. This position is absolutely fascinating because it reveals so much about feline psychology. Research from animal behaviorists Horwitz and Roden in 2018 discovered something remarkable. They found that cats deliberately choose sleeping spots that allow them to feel close to their humans while also maintaining an easy escape route. It's strategic. Your cat wants to be near you, they want that connection. But they also want the freedom to leave if something startles them. The foot of the bed offers them the perfect balance. They can enjoy your presence, benefit from your warmth, but they're not trapped. They're near the edge. They can hop off and investigate any strange noise. This position says, I trust you. I enjoy being near you, but I'm still my own cat. There's another layer to this too. Cats sleeping at your feet often see themselves as your protector. I know that sounds backwards, your 10-pound cat protecting you. But in their mind, they're mounting guard. They're positioning themselves between you and the door, alert to any potential threats. And here's a practical detail. Your feet are usually the perfect temperature. Not too hot like your core body under blankets, not too cold like the edge of the bed. Just right. Position 2. By your side. Now, if your cat sleeps alongside you, maybe tucked against your hip or nestled next to your back, this is a whole different message. This position screams companionship and social bonding. Here's what's interesting. In the wild, cats that are part of the same family group often sleep together. When they trust each other, when they consider each other family, they share sleeping space. So when your cat sleeps by your side, they're essentially saying, "You're part of my family unit." This position indicates a moderate to high level of trust. They're close enough to feel connected, but they're not demanding constant physical contact. It's comfortable, it's companionable. And pay attention to this detail. If your cat is sleeping by your side with their belly exposed, even partially, that cranks the trust level up even higher. Position 3, on your head or pillow. Okay, this one is both adorable and slightly inconvenient, right? You wake up with cat fur in your mouth, maybe a paw draped across your face. But here's what your cat is really doing. They're seeking maximum closeness, maximum warmth, and maximum exposure to your scent. Studies show that 23% of cat owners actually share their pillow with their cats. And there's a reason your cat loves this spot so much. Your head releases more body heat than almost any other part of your body. It's a heat magnet for a warmth-seeking feline. But it's not just about temperature. Your cat is also drawn to your unique scent, especially your breath. Cats have an incredibly sophisticated sense of smell, and your breath carries information about you. To your cat, this is deeply comforting and familiar. Dr. Mikel Delgado, a certified animal behaviorist, explains that the sebaceous glands in your scalp and face release specific pheromones that create bonding between you and your cat. When your cat sleeps on your pillow or near your head, they're literally surrounding themselves with your scent. This position indicates an extremely high level of trust and attachment. Your cat wants to be as physically close to you as possible. In cat language, this is a pretty big declaration of love. Position 4, on top of you, chest or stomach. If you wake up with your cat sprawled across your chest or stomach, congratulations. Your cat has officially claimed you as their personal property. This position combines territorial behavior with comfort seeking in the most obvious way possible. Think about what's happening here. Your cat is literally pinning you down. You can't move without disturbing them. And let's be honest, you probably won't move because you don't want to wake them. They know this. But there's something really beautiful happening too. When your cat sleeps on your chest, they can feel your heartbeat. They can feel the rise and fall of your breathing. This is incredibly soothing to them. It's similar to how weighted blankets work for humans, that gentle pressure creates a sense of security and calm. This position indicates a very strong emotional bond. Your cat isn't just comfortable with you, they're attached to you. Some behaviorists even suggest this mimics kitten behavior, where young cats sleep on their mother. If your cat does this, they may see you as a maternal figure. Plus, your stomach and chest are soft and warm. From a purely practical standpoint, it's prime real estate for a napping cat. Position 5. Curled into a ball near you. If your cat sleeps in that classic curled-up position, tail wrapped around their body, nose tucked in, but they're doing it close to you rather than across the room, this tells you something specific. When cats curl into a ball, they're protecting their vital organs. It's a natural defensive posture that keeps their belly and internal organs safe. Even domesticated cats who've never faced a predator still have this instinct hardwired into them. But here's the key. They're choosing to do this near you. If they felt truly unsafe, they'd be hiding under the bed or in a closet. The fact that they're on your bed, close to you, just in a more protected position means they're relaxed but still maintaining some natural boundaries. This is often a position of light sleep rather than deep REM sleep. This is perfectly healthy and normal. This position still says, I trust you enough to sleep here, I just like to stay a little protected. Now I've covered 5 positions, but there's one more I haven't mentioned yet. And this one is absolutely extraordinary. It's a position that defies everything cats are evolutionarily programmed to do. It's a position that, in the wild, would be an invitation to disaster. I'm talking about when your cat sleeps completely on their back, belly fully exposed, legs stretched out, completely vulnerable. Because here's the thing, in nature, exposing your belly means death. Predators attack the belly first. Organs are unprotected there. Every cat instinctively knows this. They're programmed to guard their stomach at all costs. So when your cat voluntarily sleeps belly up in your bed, they're doing something that goes against millions of years of evolution. They're making themselves completely defenseless. And what they're telling you in that moment is something so profound, so trust-filled, that it might actually make you see your cat in a whole new light. The most vulnerable position, your cat's ultimate trust signal. Let's talk about that moment. You know the one. You walk into your bedroom and there's your cat, sprawled out on your bed like they own the place. Paws stretched out in every direction, belly completely exposed, maybe even snoring softly. But what you're actually witnessing is something far more profound than just a cute sleeping position. You're seeing your cat override every single survival instinct they possess. You're watching them choose vulnerability over safety. And that choice, it tells you everything about how they feel about you. The science behind the vulnerability. In the wild, a cat's belly is their Achilles heel. It's where all their vital organs are located: heart, lungs, liver, intestines, all protected only by a thin layer of muscle and skin. No ribs, no bones, just soft, vulnerable tissue. When predators attack cats in nature, they go straight for the belly. It's the kill zone. Evolution has programmed cats to protect this area at absolutely all costs. Thousands of years of survival instincts scream at them. Guard your belly, never expose it, stay protected. This isn't learned behavior, it's hardwired into their DNA. So when your cat flips onto their back and exposes that belly while sleeping in your bed, they're doing something extraordinary. They're essentially saying, I trust you so completely that I'm willing to ignore millions of years of evolutionary programming. Research from PetMD confirms that cats only expose their bellies when they're in a state of absolute security. This isn't something they do casually. This isn't something they do around strangers or in unfamiliar places. This is reserved for moments where they feel completely, utterly safe. Now, here's something really important. Even though your cat is showing you this incredible trust, you should never try to touch their belly in this moment. I know it's tempting, that fluffy tummy is right there, but don't do it. Here's why. Even though your cat trusts you with their life, touching their belly triggers an automatic defensive reflex. It's not a conscious choice. It's an instinctive response they literally cannot control. The moment you touch that exposed belly, their brain screams threat and their claws come out. It's not personal. It's not rejection. It's just biology. Other high-trust sleeping positions. The belly-up position isn't the only way cats show maximum trust. There are other positions that indicate your cat feels incredibly safe with you. Sleeping on their side with legs extended. This is similar to the belly-up position because your cat is partially exposing their vital organs. When a cat stretches out on their side, they're vulnerable. They can't spring into action quickly from this position, but they're comfortable enough to do it anyway because you're there. This position is usually accompanied by deep REM sleep, the kind where you might see their paws twitching as they dream, covering their face with their paws. When your cat sleeps with their paws draped over their eyes, those paws provide insulation and warmth. But they also function like a sleeping mask, blocking out bright light, dust, even pollen. Here's the key detail. To sleep with their face covered, your cat has to feel secure enough to literally blind themselves. They're blocking their vision voluntarily. They're unplugging one of their primary senses. That takes enormous trust in their environment and in you. Sleeping in a group with other pets. If you have multiple cats or other pets and they all pile together on your bed, That's a major sign of a harmonious household. Cats that feel safe together share warmth and space. If your cat chooses to sleep in a group that includes you, they're telling you that you're part of their family unit. The deeper meaning of it all. Here's what all of this really comes down to. When your cat sleeps in your bed, especially in these vulnerable positions, it's not about the bed. It's about you. Remember that study by neuroscientist Paul Zak? His research showed that cats experience a surge of oxytocin when they interact with their owners. That's the same bonding hormone that flows between mothers and their babies. It's the chemical signature of deep emotional connection. When your cat chooses to sleep with you, their brain is literally flooded with feel-good hormones. They're not just tolerating your presence, they're seeking it out because it makes them feel loved, safe, and content. This completely demolishes the stereotype that cats are aloof or indifferent. They show affection differently than dogs, sure, but they absolutely feel it. And sleep is one of the primary ways they express that affection. Studies from 2018 found that cats who co-sleep with their owners show exceptionally high levels of sociability. These aren't just cats who tolerate humans. These are cats who actively bond with humans, who choose human companionship. The beautiful exchange. And here's something wonderful. This bond goes both ways. Research found that while cats can sometimes disturb human sleep, 65% of pet owners continue to share their beds with their cats anyway. Why? Because the emotional comfort outweighs the inconvenience. People report that having their cat sleep with them makes them feel loved, reduces stress, and creates a soothing nighttime ritual. Your cat gets warmth, security, and closeness. You get companionship, stress relief, and the knowledge that you're trusted completely. It's a beautiful exchange. But here's something that many cat owners don't realize, and it's actually really important. Sometimes cats change their sleeping patterns. Maybe your cat has slept with you every single night for years, and suddenly they stop. Or maybe they switch from sleeping on your chest to sleeping under the bed. Or perhaps they start sleeping in strange places they've never chosen before. These changes, they can mean something. And knowing the difference between a normal change and a warning sign could be crucial for your cat's well-being. Warning signs and how to strengthen your bond through sleep. So, we've talked about all the beautiful, heartwarming reasons why your cat sleeps with you. But now I need to address something that's equally important. What it means when those patterns change. Because cats are creatures of habit. They thrive on routine. They like predictability. So when your cat suddenly changes their sleeping behavior, especially if it's dramatic, it's worth paying attention to. But before you panic, let me walk you through what's normal and what actually deserves concern. Normal changes you shouldn't worry about. Let's start with the changes that are completely ordinary and expected. Seasonal shifts. During summer, your cat might abandon your bed for cooler spots, tile floors, the bathroom sink, anywhere away from your body heat. In winter, they'll be back, glued to your side like a furry heating pad. This is completely normal. Your cat is just regulating their body temperature and there's nothing to worry about. New furniture or rearrangements. If you buy a new couch, rearrange your bedroom, or bring home a new cat bed, your cat might investigate these new sleeping options for a few days or even a week. They're curious, they're exploring. But most cats return to their preferred sleeping spot, usually your bed, once the novelty wears off. Changes in your schedule. If you suddenly start working night shifts or you begin waking up 2 hours earlier, your cat will adjust their sleep schedule to match yours. They want to sleep when you sleep. So if their pattern shifts, but it aligns with your new routine, that's actually a sign of bonding, not a problem. Life stage changes. Kittens go through phases of independence and clinginess. Senior cats might prefer sleeping in more accessible spots if jumping onto a high bed becomes difficult. These gradual, age-appropriate changes are normal. Warning signs that deserve attention. Now let's talk about the changes that might indicate something's wrong. Sudden and complete withdrawal. If your cat has slept with you every night for months or years, and suddenly they stop entirely, avoiding your bed, avoiding your room, avoiding you, this can signal a problem. It might be physical pain, illness, or emotional stress. If this behavior persists for more than a week, it's worth investigating. Excessive hiding and isolation. If your cat starts sleeping under the bed, in closets, or in other hiding spots they've never used before, and they're spending most of their time there, this is often a red flag. Cats instinctively hide when they're sick or injured. It's a survival mechanism. Combined with other symptoms like reduced appetite, lethargy, or changes in litter box habits, this warrants a vet visit. Sleeping in the litter box. This is a critical warning sign. If your cat begins sleeping, resting, or lying in their litter box, contact your veterinarian immediately. This usually indicates a serious medical issue, urinary problems, digestive issues, or significant pain. Don't wait on this one. It requires urgent attention, restlessness, and inability to settle. If your cat seems unable to get comfortable anywhere, constantly moving from spot to spot, unable to settle down and sleep, this can indicate pain, anxiety, or illness. Cats in discomfort often can't find a position that feels okay, so they keep moving. Drop a comment below if you've ever noticed any sudden changes in your cat's sleeping habits. What happened? Did it turn out to be something serious, or did it resolve on its own? I'm really curious about your experiences, and I respond to every comment. How to strengthen your bond through better sleep. Now that you understand the warning signs, let's talk about how you can actively encourage and strengthen this beautiful sleeping ritual with your cat. Create a welcoming environment. Keep your bedroom at a comfortable temperature, slightly warmer than you might prefer for yourself, since cats love warmth. Provide soft blankets and textures where your cat can nest. Make sure your bedroom feels safe and calm, not chaotic or stressful. Make access easy. If your cat is older, consider getting pet stairs or a ramp so they can reach your bed without painful jumping. Keep the bedroom door open, or at least cracked, so your cat doesn't feel locked out. Cats hate closed doors. It makes them anxious about access to their territory. Establish a bedtime routine. Cats love predictability. If you create a consistent pre-sleep ritual, maybe some gentle petting, a quiet play session to tire them out, or a small bedtime treat, your cat will start associating these cues with sleep time. This can actually help both of you sleep better. Give them their own space on your bed. Consider placing a specific blanket or small pet bed on your bed that's theirs. This gives them a sense of ownership and territory while still being close to you. Many cats love having their designated spot. Respect their boundaries. This is crucial. Some cats simply prefer to sleep alone or in a different room, and that's completely okay. It doesn't mean they don't love you, it just means they have different preferences. Never force a cat to sleep with you if they're not comfortable with it. Respect is the foundation of trust. Health and hygiene considerations. If you're going to share your bed with your cat, there are some practical things to keep in mind. Keep up with flea and tick prevention. Maintain regular veterinary checkups. If you have allergies, consider hypoallergenic bedding and wash your sheets more frequently. Keep your cat's litter box clean. This reduces the amount of litter they track on their paws onto your bed. And an important safety note: babies and very young children should not share sleeping space with cats. The risk of suffocation, allergic reactions, or accidental injury is too high. Wait until children are older before allowing co-sleeping with pets. The beautiful truth. Here's what I want you to take away from all of this. When your cat chooses to sleep in your bed, they're not just looking for a comfortable spot. They're making a conscious decision to be vulnerable with you, to trust you, to bond with you. They're choosing connection over independence, closeness over safety, and you over every other option in the house. Every position they choose tells a story. The protective guardian at your feet, the loyal companion by your side, the devoted friend on your pillow, the trusting soul who shows you their belly. Each one is a message written in the language of cats, and now you can read it. So tonight, when your cat jumps onto your bed and settles into their favorite spot, take a moment to appreciate what's really happening. You're not just sharing a bed. You're sharing trust. You're sharing love. You're being chosen night after night by a creature who could sleep anywhere but chooses to sleep with you. And honestly, that's pretty extraordinary. If you found this video helpful and you want to understand your cat even better, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I create content like this regularly, diving deep into cat behavior, health, and the amazing bond we share with these incredible animals. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching, and give your cat an extra scratch behind the ears tonight. They've earned it.